I know you are in a similar situation as well. I know your phone will be red hot. But any other updates you can let us know before you have to shoot off?
Just going back to the Celtic one, Celtic update. There was an approach to Celtic via an agent from Fiorentina for Austin Trusty, which was batted straight out, saying no, he's not for sale. We can't sell him in this
today,
window.
Bunsey?
Yesterday.
It's
Yeah, it
worth
was driven
mentioning
by
as well.
agent driven. The Serie A side were keen to get him. Obviously, Celtic are struggling with centre halves, as we know. We've obviously as bringing in the young boy from Brentford, and they'd let Stephen Welsh go. But with Cameron Carter-Vickers out injured, I think it was just knocked on the head. He's saying they can't let him go at this stage. Obviously, when they're in a three-way fight for the title, they couldn't. They weren't even willing to listen to offers. They just said it's not for sale. But there was a definite interest from Fiorentina. And there's another one. I'll just give you this one just now. This is just I forgot this one there. Dundee have rejected a 7-figure bid from Portsmouth for their young defender Luke Graham.
He's had a lot of interest, Bunsey, hasn't he?
Yeah, but for Dundee to be knocking back 7 figures, it's massive for a young defender. So it shows obviously how highly they rate him, but it obviously shows as well that they're not willing to sell unless they get top dollar as well, which is good for our clubs to see that they're fighting for the most money they can get. But for a Dundee to knock back £1 million for a player, it's not bad going.
Good on them.
Before we let Bunsey go, is it worth mentioning James Wilson or David Watson, anyone like
that? What you got, Bunsey? Empty your tank for us.
Empty your transfer tank.
I've been running on empty for about 26 years.
Aberdeen have been active, haven't they?
Aberdeen have been.
You mentioned earlier.
You speak about David Watson, when obviously Scott McDermott had the story earlier on today, exclusively on Record Sport, that Bolton had a bid turned down £500,000 for David Watson in this window. Kamara clearly in a bit of trouble despite their weekend win over Aberdeen. Neil McCann and Billy Dodds are trying to get up the table. But on David Watson, I can tell you that Aberdeen obviously tried to get him in the last window, and their interest is still very much alive. I don't expect a bid before the deadline, but I do expect them to make a pre-contract offer to Watson to see if they can get him to Pittodrie. Whether they can do it or not, I don't know, but they will certainly try.
Is out of contract at the end of this season?
Yep, training compensation. I think Kilmarnock have offered him a new contract as well, so there's a wee bit of interest.
Anything else? Obviously, Aberdeen have made an interesting signing today.
Yep, signed the Hoffenheim midfielder Dennis Geiger on a deal until a loan to the end of the season with an option of a long-term contract. I think option is a long-term contract is basically the player has had a few injuries in recent seasons, and he's a player that the sporting director Lutz Paffenstiel knows well from his own time at Hoffenheim. So it's just a case of him proving his fitness between now and the summer, and if he does that, then I think there's no doubt he's got the quality to get himself a long-term contract at Aberdeen. But be interested to see what happens at Pittodrie in the next few hours, because they're running out of defenders. I think they've got one fit central defender for the game against Celtic, or one recognised central defender available for the Celtic game tomorrow night. So I think they need to try and get somebody in before the deadline tonight.
Busy one ahead then.
Very busy few hours ahead, it sounds like.
Bunsey, go and get some dinner in.
Bunsey, thank you so much for joining us on Hotline Live. It's always good having the resident transfer guru on, and I hope it's not too stressful for you the rest of the night. For Bunsey, that's it.